All right, so this is old school from a long time ago, so let's go ahead and see what's happening. We're talking about 8 and 7, these dudes, which are alternate interior to each other. So we would say parallel lines apply, alternate interior angles are congruent. Specifically, just so that you don't complain, so make sure that you actually write them. And they're equal to each other. So I'm going to say 3x minus 10 equals 2x plus 10. I'm going to add the 10 over here. I'm going to subtract the 2x over here, and x is 20. For 6 and 8, they are these guys here, and those are complementary. Or, so you could say, well, it's best to say triangles equal 180. But those guys add up to 90 together. So x plus x minus 20 equals 90. Whoops, 25. 25. And I add, so 2x is equal to, my brain is stopping, 90, okay, 115. And then I divide that by 2, and I get 57.5. And our last one is 6 and 7, and those guys there, this is 90 degrees, so I can either use same side interior angles, so that would make 90, or I can use linear angles and then alternate interior angles, and that would be 90. So 2 reasons, and I would get that 8 minus 9 plus 3x equals 90. So that would be what, 99 and 11. So x is equal to 9. All right, so let's look at 8. It really challenge you any point in this video when you get an idea of how to continue. Stop the video, see if you can figure it out the rest of the way on your own. I don't want you just to sit here and copy it. That would not be helpful in terms of learning. So we have an octagon, and we know that all the sides are 10. It also tells us that an interior angle is 135. So if I go like this, that is a rectangle. So these are 90. I know what this is. This angle here plus this angle is the interior angle of 135. So stop here if you have an idea and give that a shot. If you don't, 135 minus 90 is 45. So this would be 45 degrees. So now I have a special right triangle. So if this was 10, this is going to be 10 over root 2, which is 10 over root 2, root 2, root 2, 10 root 2 over 2 equals 5 root 2. So, I'll make this a little bit bigger. So this is equal to 5 root 2. This is also 5 root 2. This is 10. This is 10. This is 5 root 2. So, again, if you have an idea, stop, try to figure it out on your own. If not, go ahead and keep watching. So the area of this rectangle in here is going to be 10 times all of this. So all of that is 10 plus, add those together, 10 root 2. So the area of this rectangle is 100 plus 100 root 2. And then we have this trapezoid. So this trapezoid is half of the base times the height. So that's a little tricky. Let's go ahead and look at this. Let's do the halves in here first. So we've got what? 5 plus 5 root 2 times 5 root 2. So this is 25 root 2. This is 25, but root 2 times root 2 is 2. So this is going to be 50, and this is going to be 25 root 2. So this plus this. So now I'm adding all that stuff together. So these can combine together, and these can combine together. And now, so this would be the exact answer. If you had gotten decimals along the way or whatever, you could do 150 plus 100 root 2. And oh, I have another one. Shoot. Oh, I could just add it. I needed another one of these, right? That was the top one, but I also needed the bottom one. So I guess I didn't really need to divide by 2, huh? So we want to add another 50, which is going to be 200, and we're going to add another 25 root 2, which is going to be 125 root 2. So when I add that, oops, I'm going to have 200 plus 125 root 2, root 2, which is 376.78. It is not what I got on my original. 5 root 2. So that was my 10 plus my 10 root 2 times 10. That was 100 plus 100 root 2. So, okay, I had that. And then, let's split it up this way. This is 10 times 5 root 2, which is 50 root 2. And I have another 50 root 2. And then this one is 5 times 5 root 2 times 5 root 2 divided by 2. Sorry, 5 root 2 times 5 root 2 divided by 2. So that would be 25 2 times 2 divided by 2, which is 25. So 25, 25, 25, and 25. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 100. And this is 100 root 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 100 root 2, plus, what did I say originally? This one here. So on paper, I need to be adding 100 plus 100. Root 2 is this section. And then the next section is also, all the same thing, which gives me 200 plus 200 root 2. Whew. Why did I not get the same thing? So let's see if we can start. So this is what we should have gotten in theory, I think. Hold on, let me make sure that's what I had from before. 200 plus 200 root 2. Yeah, that's what I had. So why is that not giving me? So I agree that this middle part is 100 plus 100 root 2. I'm feeling good about that. I'm also feeling good about the fact that each of those are 25s, and that this is 50 root 2 and this is 50 root 2. So my question is, if I did it using the trapezoid rule, that would be half of the height times, base 1 plus base 2. Shoot. Yeah, so base 1 plus base 2. I was so excited about adding all those, I forgot to add the first base. So let's look and see then. And since I have 2 of these, the top one and the bottom one, I'm going to times by 2, which will take care of that part. Then this is 20 plus 20 root 2 times 5 root 2. And so this is 100 root 2, and this is 100 times 2, which is 200. It's 20, and 20 times 5 is 100. Base 1 plus base 2 times height times 1/2 times 2. So those cancel each other out. And then I have this times that. Okay, cool.